Evolution is the biggest video game fighting tournament in the world and has been growing steadily in popularity and attendance for over a decade.
I've been coming to EVO since before it was called EVO. So from the very beginning, I think this is my 16th year. But I've been playing in sort of competitive Street Fighter for even longer than that, basically since Street Fighter 2, which is depressingly 20 years. And I still miss the Dragon Punch sometimes. It's really bad.
I have friends that are lifelong friends just through Street Fighter, just through the community. It's about the friendships and the camaraderie and the rivalries. You know, it's about the drama between the certain players and the politics.
I'd say almost all of my friends I've met through playing video games in some way. So I obviously have it's got a lot of sentimental value that coming out here and seeing all these people who have been around forever, who've known each other forever, and it's a cohesive element to a good group of friends.
Just the level of complexity of the guys that play these games, like there's so much involved with thought processes and inputting on a joystick. The excitement, the atmosphere, just the hype, this is what EVO's all about.
And it's not an all-boys club. According to the Entertainment Software Association, 47% of all gamers are women. Although there were no female finalists in the top 8 competitors, they weren't strangers to the floor.
Quite honestly, I think guys generally don't take girls serious mostly because they've never played a girl who was good.
They know that I'm going to be really, like an easy win, so they'll just do like really stupid shit just to show off. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh my god, it's a girl, and just lose.
I feel like they go too easy on me, just because I'm a girl, but when I end up beating them, when they don't go easy on me, it's like an accomplishment.
Don't try to be like, I'm a girl gamer, look at me. You know, like it's not about being a girl who plays games. It's about playing the game.
It's impossible to walk 5 feet without seeing scores of competitors en route to battle with their massive arcade controllers.
They're carrying their weapons. They're not just their controllers, they're their weapons. This is what they go to battle with. This is the stuff that leads them to the top 8, to the championship. So this is very important to the players. It's very important that they have a product that they can trust. And we're very happy that we're able to supply them with these products.
EVO, of course, is a grassroots community, but you see that the companies are finally starting to support the scene directly, and the prize pots are actually infused not only with the entry fees that is necessary to participate in the games, but also from the publisher.
There's a lot of incredible opportunities and just a lot of really incredible people. So if you find a product that's genuine and is a right fit for the audience, this is one of the most passionate groups that's the most committed to supporting you for supporting them.
With over 5,000 registered competitors and up to 6,000 paying spectators, EVO is big business for a hobby that is on the cusp of being recognized as a legitimate sport.
It's so much more that goes on than most competition, and it's interactive. And just the pure sport of rivalry, that's really what gets me.
You know, the whole video games, is it a sport, is it not a sport? I don't know, man. It's just awesome for what it is. It's a competitive game. You know, if you're not moving physically, certainly it requires a great deal of mental endurance, it requires a great deal of physical agility, it requires a great deal of mental acuity to look into the mind of your opponent, and just surviving through such a grueling experience as this can be, playing hundreds of matches over the course of several days, is really mentally taxing. So there's certainly a lot of strong analogies there. Whether or not it's a sport, I don't even care because it's just awesome, and that's all I need to know.
Kevin Die Minion Landon makes the comparison between enthusiast and professional athlete easy. Landon carries himself with all the assurance of a first-round draft pick and a plan for longevity with competitive gaming, his career of choice.
A lot of people, they have this as a hobby or this is something they want to do for fun, but when you get to a certain level, you can make something out of it, definitely. And for me, it's making it a career.
そうですね。まあもう楽しいこととかもそういうやらなきゃいけないこととかもそれ全部ひっくるめてゲームにエネルギーが向けられてますね。そういう意味じゃ仕事以上かもしれない。
I will still train a lot. It doesn't matter. Rewind my matches, see them, what happened, you know, analyze them. and just keep playing.
This is Jaha, a regular online commentator.
To be honest with you, the amount of money that you're gonna make as a Street Fighter player is probably not that profitable. There's some people that find ways to make a living off of it, but for the most part, players that do get sponsored, you know, if it's a good sponsorship and it's a good company, you know, you represent their logo, you wear their t-shirts at the tournaments when you're on stream and everything like that, and they'll pay for your travel and board and stuff like that. But as far as like, you know, big sponsorships, we're not at that type of level where, you know, like I said in Korea, where you're making a six-figure income and you can live off this.
With this tournament, the grand prize is 15,000, 17,000, 15,000 after taxes. So, you know, like who gets 15,000, right? Realistically, who lives and gets 15,000 in like a weekend?
Like the Olympics, perhaps the broader success of EVO lies within its international rivalries. As the fighting game scene becomes more competitive and gains a wider audience with outlets like Twitch TV and YouTube, countries that have not been traditional contenders begin to have voices.
I'd definitely be really happy if my countrymates do well in the tournament, and even if I don't care about representing the country, putting other countries in the map is still really good, because it shows to the States that the games aren't only played here and in Japan, Korea, China. There are tons of other places that have equally skilled players. We're only missing ways to showcase them, those great players we have elsewhere in the world.
When you're playing at EVO, you've got America all comes in, and then you got everybody else comes in, and a lot of people want to see, you know, a lot of people here want to see America win, and a lot of people out watching there, they want to see their favorites or their country win.
And ultimately, it all comes back to the fighters, the community, many of whom have embraced Street Fighter and fighting game culture as a lifestyle.
I play for fun. A lot of these guys are very, very competitive, and that's good for them. And I'm glad that they do that, because it lets me know that I'm not, you know, it lets me know where my level is. And I'm very humble about that. I know that I'm not the best, but at least I'm here, you know, doing something about it.
My love for fighting games are never going to go away. It was there from the beginning, and it has stayed constant and massive since day one.
そうですね。あの本も結局自分自身がどうかっていうことは大した割合を占めてなくて、そのゲームやってることでどういう思いを。
There are some people here who are only in it for the money, but there are quite a few here that literally want to be remembered. Like, look, I want you to know for a fact that I was here. Not to just collect money, but to show you I am the better person, the better player.
You know that something unique is happening, something exciting is happening, and I liken it to, you know, if you see two grown men fighting in the street, you can't help but look.
There's no other feeling like entering a tournament.
Even though I don't play a lot, I still come. I don't even enter tournaments like I used to. I used to enter every tournament, every week. I wanted that hunger, I wanted to rank up, I wanted to get better, you know? But life kind of pulls you left and right as you get older, and you got to do more responsibilities and stuff. But my way of showing my commitment to the community is being at EVO 2012.
NeoGAF is basically where the press goes to get a lot of breaking news.
I think there are a lot of people that if it disappeared tomorrow, might not know what to do with themselves.
NeoGAF is an outlet for some angry little gamers.
You're always going to be a little bit of an outsider, no matter how much you connect.
When they like your work, they'll carry you through the streets like any diehard gamer would. But the second you say a dumb quote or you release a product they don't like, they'll be the first to tar and feather you.
Characterizing gamers as immature, asinine pirates is going to get people pissed off.
GAF, I think, used to be the place you would go for interaction with developers. I don't know if that's true anymore.
I think there's a certain amount of allure in that you cannot just get in.
I don't think all the time that NeoGAF was negative at all. I think NeoGAF has a lot to offer.
It's like you've turned the analyzation of the industry into its own metagame.
You know, there's no filter, and 95% of it bounces off you because, you know, it's bullshit.
I think it's one of the ones that does rise to the top in terms of the quality of discussion.
My life would be absolutely complete if NeoGAF never started a thread with my name in it again.